Hello.
Hey, hello everyone. It's funny, AJ, I can't see the video playing.
Oh,
I had no idea, so I was just like waiting. So hey everyone, John here from the NCL Joy here with AJ. Um, there we go. Hey Fred and Lisa, we do not have Meg tonight. Meg is at home. Her husband is traveling for work, so she's on home duty, taking care of the dog and the cat there. So that's what she has going on. Hey Roger, how are you and Sarah doing? Roger sent me an email the other day. Hello, Brett. How are you? Good to see you here. Tara's here. Hi, Tara. How are you? Fun news for Tara and everybody today. We'll talk about. Hey, Rick. How's it going? All right. Hello, Sana. It was good to see you on my thing the other day where you said have a good trip. Thank you so much. Good seeing you back in the chat tonight. Hello, Leslie Trent. So excited about the awesome news. Yep, me too. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So exciting. Hey, two old farts. How you guys doing tonight? Good to see you guys here. Deb Stein. Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? The great and powerful Tony Diaz. Hello, Tony. How are you? Got some great news to share about Tony as well. We talked about it a little bit on Sunday on the quick live stream. Hey, Roger Sproul, how are you? Good evening. How's it going? Eric, how are you? Eric, give us a temp update in Las Vegas. Are you in Vegas? How hot is it? Hi, Laura. How you doing tonight? Hope you're having a great evening. Hi, Felicia. How you doing? AJ's on the con fully tonight, so she's got to click on all the comments and everything tonight. She has all the control. Hey, JC, thank you so much for the new cruiser videos. I am enjoying my cruise. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I still am going to do more of those new first-time cruiser videos, so I have more of those coming out when I get back as well. Hopefully they're helpful for some people. Not a lot of people watching them, but that's okay. Hey, Katie Myers, how are you? Thanks for coming. I like your little profile pic, too. That's a fun pic. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Countdown to Scott's wedding is coming up. We're on the countdown around 6 months now for Scott. Tara, me too. We're going to talk about that in a minute as soon as we get to the end of the where we're at in the comments. I have no idea. 106 in Vegas. Not much hotter than Philly. Hey, Peter. How are you and Melinda doing? Hope you guys are having a great week. Hello, Murphys. How are you guys doing this evening? Jimmy C, how's it going? Everything was wonderful. The boat ride, the ship ride, I should say, was quite lovely. Tony Diaz, I wish my wife would speak about me as John does. Yeah, we'll talk to her about it. It's fine. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Thanks for all your comments on the videos. Appreciate it very much.
and we're caught up.
All right. So, yeah, exciting cruise news today out of NCL. Ironically, with NCL, I'm on an NCL ship. The NCL marketing team doesn't tell anybody anything. So, John Thien, one of our subscribers, sent me it early this morning and said, hey, by the way, here's something cool that's going on. And yeah, so Philadelphia, we talked about it a bunch on the channel. Philadelphia is getting a ship back. It's going to be the NCL Jewel starting April 16th of 2026. The Jewel is going to be doing 5 and 7 day trips to Bermuda. It's funny, the 7 day trips to Bermuda are going to Bermuda overnight and then to Charleston.
Oh, we lost John.
Did I get kicked out there for a second?
Yeah, we got up to Bermuda overnight.
All right, so we're going to be doing a Bermuda overnight, and we're going to be doing Charleston for a day, two of our most favorite ports, Bermuda and Charleston. And then it's going to be doing 11-night Canada-New England trips, which look amazing. So I think tonight's live stream is probably going to be a little bit shorter if we're going to have internet blips.
This is a great example, though, about why when all three of us are on the ships, we don't try a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth it. I was actually going to go out in Bermuda tonight and try to do it from out there, but I didn't know how it was going to be out there. But who knows? I know before I got on here, when I went to dinner tonight, the entire NCL system was down. So
Ooh.
it's crazy. But yeah, it's super exciting news. The Philly's getting a cruise port back. I wonder if some other cruise lines will follow, maybe Royal or somebody putting one of the smaller ships up here. It'd be really nice to have more options. Hope said, hello to all, excited about the port of Philly. Look at the prices though. Yeah, they're definitely expensive. It's not cheap. I knew it was going to be expensive. It's going to be probably the first 6-7 months. They're really going to price gouge a little bit there because it's a brand new port. They have to get I'm sure they're spending a lot of money to get that port up to speed. And NCL is probably paying a lot to get into Philly. So
And you're going to have all those Delco people aboard.
yeah. Oh God, I didn't even think of that. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. I mean, it's going to be great for us. It's going to save me, the cost of the cruise. If it goes up a few $100, it's basically a wash for me because it's going to save me $300-400 in between the train and driving anywhere, even to Bayonne. It's only, that cruise terminal is probably 15-20 minutes from AJ's house, and it's pretty close to me. I can Uber there, no problem. So
You can sneeze and get there.
yeah, super easy. And I'm sure there's going to be a shuttle from like the train station and stuff.
Or the airport.
Yeah, well, definitely the airport. Yeah. Katie said Charleston is amazing. It is. We love Charleston. It's one of our favorite ports. We go to Biddy and Bo's coffee shop there. I love it there. It's really nice port. Hey, Swan. Hello, Kevin and Carrie Ann. How are you guys doing? Good to see you guys. We've been talking back and forth about you guys going on a cruise. That's fun. So let's talk about my Joy experience so far. So I have to be honest, completely different experience than last year when I was on the Joy. The food has been excellent. It is still crowded. The first day, I didn't know if it was going to be as crowded as it was when I was on with Meg last year, but it's definitely crowded. There's 4,516 people on. And I said it, I think, in one of my vlogs, there are a lot of teens on board. And for my money, that is the worst demographic for cruising.
No stairs.
I mean, they're all over the stairs. They're all over the stairs. They're all hanging out in the observation lounge. And I think the biggest thing with kids might be noisy, like little kids might be noisy. But for the most part, they're with their parents. So, or they're in like, Splash Academy or whatever. With teens, they're just running rampant on the ship. And at night, I've noticed the past 2 nights at the like theme parties, the 70s and 80s party, they're just a wash because it just becomes a teen nightclub. So like you could see like adults come in, like the older demographic comes in and then they just leave because it's just the whole dance floor's kids, and a bunch of kids got in trouble. They were playing like chicken on the dance floor on each other's shoulders the other night. It's crazy. But yeah, teens for my money are the worst demographic on a cruise ship.
Or anywhere.
Or anywhere. Yeah. But the food has been excellent. I know last year when we were on here, we had some issues with the food. The food has been great. The service has been great. I've only had one bad experience with service. I went to lunch today at the local and I sat down. I got back from St. George. I sat down at like 1:50 and I got up at 2:12 and no one had even come over to me and said anything. And I like just took my menu back and I just let them know. I said, hey, I'm just going to go up to the buffet. No one ever came over. And they were just like, oh, sorry. It's fine. It's no big deal. I don't care.
The B team.
Yeah, it's the B team, especially on port days.
Yeah.
I know it's like they're shorthand. I don't care. It's not a big deal. But every specialty dining I've eaten at, I ate at Cute Texas Smokehouse tonight. It was really good. I ate at Food Republic last night. Always awesome. That was great. I ate at La Bistro on night 2 and Ocean Blue on night 1, and everything has been spectacular. I mentioned in one of my vlogs, the menus are definitely cut down. La Bistro no longer has the scallops on the menu. So it's definitely like pared down a little bit. And we talked about the Cagney's one being pared down, but yeah, it's definitely less. But I don't mind that. If the food's better because there's less options, I'm fine with it as long as there's something to eat for everybody. So
Very Gordon Ramsay of them.
Yeah, it is. The smaller the menu, the easier it is to execute. So I'm on board with that. So, all right. Yeah, Tara, there is. The bridge is getting out of. It's the same issue as Baltimore. So yeah, the bridges in Philly. I don't think it's so much the. It's past the Walt Whitman, the port.
The Commodore?
Yeah, it might be the Commodore. It might be. No, I don't even think it's that. I think it might just be the channel. I'm not sure. I have to look into that because there's really technically there's no bridge. I don't think there's a bridge between the Delaware and the ocean from there. It might just be a channel thing. I'm not sure. I'll look into it. But yeah, they definitely can't have big ships either. So
I mean, they get like the shipping containers in there.
yeah, and they're pretty big.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll look into it because we're getting the Jewel, and the Jewel's not a big ship, but it's not it's not a small ship.
Yeah.
Hello, Island Collector. How are you doing this evening? Hope you're having a great night. Hello, Cheryl McGee. How you doing? Good to see you here.
It's Delco, Peter.
So yeah, Peter, it's Delaware County in Pennsylvania. So Delaware County in Pennsylvania, if you've ever watched, there's a TV show. It's called Mayor of Easttown, I think it's called. I think it's Kate Winslet, and that takes place in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, and they have like a very specific accent. It's like
Silver Lining Playbook.
Silver Linings Playbook, yeah, Bradley Cooper. It's just like a specific Philadelphia type person. It's all the people you see at Eagles games.
Yeah. I like to say that Delaware County is Philadelphia's younger brother who is trying to be cool but missing the mark.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Hopes that it's a 2-hour drive from Hanover, willing to drive. If it's an easy drive and hotel nearby. Yeah, there are great hotels in Philly. There are plenty of hotels in that little complex there. The Naval Yard is great. That's why I was so surprised that they hadn't redone it as a cruise port because it's such a cute area. There are like restaurants there. It's a really big area. It used to be a naval base. And it's close. You're close to the city. You're close to South Philly. There's tons of things going on there. So it would be a great experience to come in and go to a Phillies game or something and get on a cruise. It'd be really fun. You're really close to the stadiums there. Hey, Robin, how are you? Hope you are having a wonderful week so far. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Rick said, I know you go to Bermuda a lot, but you're getting tired of it. No, I love Bermuda. Bermuda is one of my favorite ports. It's not like Nassau. I get a little bit sick of Nassau after a while, which I haven't been doing in a while, which is funny. But no, I love Bermuda. So I went to St. George today. It's the first time I've been to St. George in a long time, and it's beautiful over there. It's way less busy than Hamilton. There's a lot more cultural stuff going on there. Clearwater Beach is over there. It was beautiful. I walked around for 2 hours, went to a fun little coffee shop. It's really, really nice. I love Bermuda. Tomorrow I'm going to go to Hamilton, and then the third day I'm going to be in the dockyard doing some video and stuff. But yeah, I love Bermuda. Definitely not.
One day I'll do an overnight there.
I can't believe you haven't done it overnight there yet.
I mean, I don't know why.
I mean, you've been on a lot of cruises.
Yeah, but I've just never been on the overnight ones. It's always conflicted with something.
Yeah. Hey, Lori, 75 and sunny in Wisconsin. That's very nice. It is 70. It's 71 outside here right now. It's beautiful out.
86 and 1,000% humidity here.
Jesus, that's not good. I am missing the 80s Broadway show tonight, which is really good. So
glad you're here with us.
Yeah, but I'm here with you guys. But we just saw that on Breakaway anyway, so it's fine. Not a problem. Hi, Ash. How are you? Hope your Wednesday is going well, too. But yeah, everything's been really nice here. It's same issue as always with Norwegian at the moment for me. My only criticisms of this cruise and probably the last couple Norwegians is there's not a ton of entertainment on board the ship, and the venues where there are fun things going on are all very small. So I went to the comedy show on the first night in the comedy club, and I got there like 40 minutes before the show started, and I was in the last row, and there was like 100 people standing behind me before the show started. And the comedian wasn't even that great. He was okay. The comedian I saw last night, there was a comedian in the theater last night at 9:30. He was great. And the theater was full for that, which is crazy. But
good luck with comedians lately.
Yeah, really good luck, which is shocking. And the magician on the first night or the second night, whatever night that was that I went to the magician, I think it was the first night, he was excellent. He was more of like a mentalist. So he did one of those things where he had a box above the stage.
Mm-hmm.
There was a locked box above the stage with a piece of paper in it, and you could see the paper. So he took like a big ball, like one of those beach balls, and he threw it out, and he would say to the person, like, he called this guy on stage, and he said to him, like, hey, we're going to Las Vegas tonight. We're going to go to a casino. You're going to win some money. How much money are you going to win? And the guy said $100,000. So he said, okay, what hotel are we going to go to? And the guy's like, I don't really know any hotels. And he asked like a bunch of people in the audience, and everybody was screaming different names. And the guy said, okay, the Bellagio. So he said, okay, we're going to go to the Bellagio. We're going to win $100,000. And he said, we're going to play 3 games. We're going to play roulette. So what number are we going to hit on roulette? And some kid shouted out 27. So he said 27, something else. And then another woman, his wife, was like, we're going to play blackjack, and the winning card is going to be the 5 of hearts. And then the guy's like, okay, that's awesome. And he like brought the thing down, the lockbox down from the roof of the thing, and he opened it up, and it was just a giant piece of paper, and all of that stuff was written on the paper.
That's wild.
It's amazing. I mean, I know it's a trick.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know how. Although it is really funny. I heard 2 magicians went to this like rich guy's house.
Yeah. Sure, it's too big.
He invited them over, and they were going to be doing this big like special. So he said, hey, can you come over and do some magic tricks for me? And they were like, yeah. And they did like a couple tricks. And at the end of it, he was like, hey, are there like any tricks that you haven't done that you think are great? And they were like, well, we pretty much showed you all our like big tricks. And he was like, oh, come on, can you show me one more? And they were like, yeah. So he was like, all right, well, like, can we go outside somewhere? And the guys they're like, do you have like a front, like a driveway or anything like that? And he's like, well, I have a backyard. Do you want to go in the backyard? And they were like, yeah. And so they go in the backyard, and they're like, okay, think of any card. And they were like, the guy was like, okay, 10 of diamonds. And they're like, okay, let's go over here, go over to that bush all the way in the far corner, and dig up a little bit under the ground. And the guy dug up under the ground, and the 10 of diamonds was there. And they're like, you want to know how we did it? They're like, we got to that guy's house 4 hours ahead of time. We told his publicist we had to get there early, but don't tell him. We dug 52 holes in the backyard, and we hit all the cards, and we had like a little map of where all the cards were. And then we had to get him to like ask us to do another trick. We had to get him to tell us to go out into the backyard. They're like, we even suggested to go out front, so he would say the back, because it's like a power play. But it's really funny how they do like pull off some of those tricks where you think like it's impossible that you can know.
That's really funny.
But yeah, all the entertainment that I've seen has been really good. Everything else that's going on is great. Now we're in Bermuda for 3 days, so that'll be really good. Yeah. Hi, Ash. How are you? Hey, JD. How's it going? Hope you are having a great week, too. Roger said I used to live on that naval base when I was like, that's really cool, Roger. So you should come down and go on a cruise out of Philly now and check it out. That would be really, really awesome. JD said, hope you're enjoying the Joy. I am. It's been really, really good so far. A little bit crowded. I just think Norwegian on this class of ships, if this class of ships is close to sold out, It's just a little bit uncomfortably crowded, but it's fine. It's been fine. If the weather was bad, I think it would be a nightmare because everybody would be inside. But with everybody, the other thing I noticed, and I think I told AJ this yesterday, the one crazy thing that I noticed now on the Joy that I've never seen before is usually on the pool deck, you know, people save chairs, which is super annoying, of course. But they were saving the chairs where you eat breakfast outside. Those tables are all reserved by like 6 in the morning on a sea day. So like I went up to eat breakfast and sit outside, and people's like towels and stuff were all over the chairs. Nobody was on the pool deck, keep in mind. It was like 7 something in the morning. There was nobody on the pool deck, maybe 10 people, but all the chairs had towels and stuff on it. I really think there has to be a way to stop that. It's so annoying, and it's a terrible experience for everyone. There has to be a way to do it.
People just yell at people.
Mike said, "How's Freeport? I'm visiting in January." Freeport is Grand Bahama. It's there's really nothing going on there, Mike. There's the port area, which is pretty built up now because Royal stops there, Carnival stops there, and Margaritaville stops there now. So we went there a year and a half ago, 2 years ago on Symphony or on Enchantment. I forget which one. Enchantment. And we like had drinks. It's very touristy in the port area. It's like every tourist trap. It's like Carlos and Charlie's. It's Caraloa. It's Del Sol. It's Diamonds International. You know, it's the normal things you see at the big ports. But that area is really nice. Otherwise, you have to do an excursion. There's really nothing else. You can't like walk to anything or just like wander out. You would have to book an excursion, go do something. But you'll have a good time there. It's great. Or you just wander around the port there. Bruce said, only 2 places we haven't been to is Bermuda and Jamaica. Well, Jamaica, it's a shame. So if you go to Ochos Rios, there are some beautiful things there. So there's Dunn's Rivers Falls. There is Fern Gully, which is really beautiful. But otherwise, you're not missing anything in Jamaica. In Bermuda, it's amazing here. So again, one of my favorite ports. There are so many things to do here. There's so many beaches. There's so many. If you like to golf, there are tons of golf courses. There was a bunch of people getting off the ship today with their golf clubs. And if you do one of these cruises, like I'm on, AJ and I were talking about it before we went live. We're docked here. We docked here this morning at 8 a.m. We don't leave till Friday at 3. You can come and go as you please. You can go out at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, get a cab, go into Hamilton. It's safe. It's very safe here. It's quiet. It's really, I mean, I don't think I would go to Hamilton at midnight or anything like that, but it's, you know, it's very safe. St. George is beautiful. It's safe. So yeah, it's great. There are 3 main little towns here that you can go to. There are other little islands as well that you can take a ferry to. But those are the main ones. St. George, Hamilton, and the dockyard here are the 3 main spots. But tons of stuff. You'll find many things to do. It's great here, Bruce. Roger said 2 farts. How are things in Western? Yeah, there you go. '91 in South Carolina. Yeah, that's hot there too. And you're right across from us here. 87% humidity and 75 on and off rain up in Maine. That is gross for Maine. Leslie said, like most ports, will they give discounts to people from like Florida? Oh yeah, you mean for Philly? Is that what you're saying, Leslie? Yeah, for Philly. Yeah, I don't know. So generally they do a resident discount. They might not do that for the first year though. So the prices are pretty expensive. I was down there in guest services this afternoon, and I was looking at the first couple cruises for me, and it's like it was $2,200 for me for an inside cabin for those first couple cruises out of Philly. I think the first year is going to be very expensive. I do, which I think that's what NCL is banking on.
Yeah,
because it's a new port. I get it. Roger, Sarah and I were just saying the same. There you go. Yeah. Technically, yeah. There you go, John, who sent me the info this morning. John here. I'm thinking of booking that 7-day over my 60th birthday. Usually like to go late May when the kids are in school and before hurricane season. That 11-day out of Philly. Yeah, 11 days look amazing. Those cruises look amazing. But they are doing the 7-dayers in April and May. And even into June, I think they start doing some 5-day ones. So those might be a little less expensive. I haven't, I haven't been on my computer. So I've only been on my phone. So I went down there and asked at the Next Cruise desk, which then they promptly tried to sell me 8 Next Cruise deposits, which I said no to.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, no. The guy's like, you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. Jimmy C said 39 days till Bermuda for us, our favorite port. It is, Jimmy. It's awesome. Bermuda is just awesome. It's so close, too. It's one of those places where it's really, really close. And I love doing especially the 7-day cruise to Bermuda. Those 3 days here, it's just so nice. It's so nice. You get going down. We left Sunday at 5 o'clock in the evening. On Monday at noon, we were at Atlantic City. So it's we were barely moving from New York to Atlantic City in that first day. And we were going 10 knots the whole way down. So it's a slow little trip down, and then we book it on the way back because it's only 1 sea day on the way back. But it's really nice. The 3 days port just stop somewhere are really, really, really nice. Unless you like being in the casino all day, because the casino doesn't open till 9, and none of the shops on board are open while we're there. Carla said 11 days and counting till Bermuda. Carla, I hope you have a fantastic time. I hope the weather is wonderful for you as well. It's been beautiful here, and everybody has been super nice. Thank you, Bruce. I bought a bunch of new shirts for this one. So I get all of these shirts, these particular cruise shirts. I get them all from Kohl's, and they're all the Izod saltwater collection. But I have a really funny story. One of the shirts I bought, so I went, I guess right after my last cruise, I went and I bought a new shirt, and then I got Kohl's cash. So I went back and I bought another shirt. And funny story, I bought the same shirt when I went back. How dumb am I for that?
You really liked that one, huh?
Yeah, it's I wore it on the first night, so it's this one.
Oh,
so I bought
cute, though.
Yeah, it's nice. So I bought 2 of those by accident, but all of these are those shirts, the Izod saltwater shirts.
Bruce said he's going to Kohl's this weekend.
Yeah, they're great. They're they're in the men's section there, and they're always on sale. So they're always $50 on sale for 30, and then you buy 2 of them and you get $10 Kohl's cash, and you can go back and buy another one for $20. So I have 10 of them now. Leslie said that's fine. I'm still booking the cruise. Haven't been to Grotto Bay Resort since you were 16. That's awesome. Love Hamilton. Yeah, Leslie, let me know what day you want to go, and I'll just put a hold on it for you until I get back. If you want to do the inaugural or whatever you want to do, just let me know.
Caught up again.
Any other questions? Anybody have questions about the Joy or anything? Let me know in the chat. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the thermal suite. So the thermal suite is absolutely beautiful. I was in there the first day. I filmed a little bit yesterday. It's hard to film in there because there's people in there all the time, and you don't want to be walking around in that environment with a camera. It's not the best. So I'm going to try to get up there 8 a.m. one day and just jump in and try to get the sauna area. I got the open area, but I haven't been able to get the sauna area. But the little meditation pods are awesome. There's 4 of them, and it plays soft music, and you can set whatever color you want, and they're heated. The new heated beds that you can lay in are awesome. There is no pool. Most of the thermal suites have a therapy pool, but you can't retrofit a therapy pool because there's a whole thing with water displacement on cruise ships. So that has to be designed in the very beginning. But they do have a hot tub in there, and they have a plunge pool, a cold plunge pool in there, which I am not going to do. But there is a salt room There's a sauna. There is a steam room. There's a steam shower. There is a cold room. And all of those rooms, if you've ever been to any of the thermal suites on board, it's like twice as big as any of the rooms on the current one. So each one of those, like the sauna holds like 16 people, something like that. It's crazy. So really, really nice in there. And the Vibe Beach Club looks huge too. I haven't been up there though.
Surprised you haven't snuck into one of those.
Into where?
The Vibe Beach Club.
I mean, I should just sneak in there to do some video, just walk in behind somebody. But people love that Vibe Beach Club. Every time I talk to, like, even in the Facebook group, everybody was all about the Vibe
Get away
Beach
from
Club.
the teens.
Yeah, it's a good way to get away from the teens for sure. So yeah, that's a good one there. Yeah, but other than that, that's it. Pretty quiet, uneventful. Other than the Philly news, I haven't checked any of the other news yet. That was like a shocker to me. Yeah, I think that's it. Otherwise, I'll be doing. I think I have La Cucina tomorrow. Still have La Cucina and Cagney's tomorrow, Thursday, and then what else? I have one other one. La Cucina.
You did the bistro. You did the steakhouse.
Oh, teppanyaki.
Oh.
I still have teppanyaki. I'm doing teppanyaki the last night instead of the first night. So
You're so used to getting it done and over with. You've just
I know.
written it off.
Yeah, I forgot all about it. But the teppanyaki on this ship is the biggest teppanyaki in the fleet. Since it was built for Asia, it's massive. So there's like, I think when I was doing the filming it the other day, I think there's 14 tables. It's insanely big. It's so big. And it was packed. It was packed on the first night. So Ryan said, hey, late arrival. Hope you're having a great cruise. Thanks so much, Ryan. Yeah, it's been great. Everything's been really, really nice. Awesome. I have zero complaints. It's been wonderful. Everything's been wonderful. Ash said, are they a little more strict about not allowing kids into Vibe? I know some line ships tend to overlook. Yeah, they do not mess around with that. I mean, they didn't say anything to people with holding the chairs. But yeah, at Vibe, you're not allowed in there unless you are over 18. So they don't mess around with that. So that's, I think, the big reason most people go in there, for sure. Bruce said, enjoy the rest of the cruise. Thanks, John and AJ, for taking the time. Of course, it's our pleasure. It's what we do here. We are all about it. So in other news, so I almost forgot to talk about it. So as we know from the last one, Tony Diaz, I said to Tony Diaz, if you can get Matt Hochberg to come on, that'd be great. And Tony Diaz did just that. So August 7th, in just a few weeks from now, August 7th, Matt Hochberg from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com will be joining us on the live stream. He will be talking all about Utopia, and I'm sure he will be talking about Tony's favorite, the Icon of the Seas. He is on, I think he's on back-to-back sailings for Utopia. So he's going to be talking all about that. Whether or not he got to meet Meghan Trainor, we shall see. He got to do the Royal Railway, I saw, which looks awesome. So we'll have Matt on, and I've also reached out to a few people. So hopefully over the next few weeks, we'll have a few fun guests coming up. But that one is official, so I wanted to announce that Matt Hochberg will be here on August 7th. Thank you again, Tony. That was wonderful of you to do that. Really appreciate it. So, Cheryl, what do you mean, did I get the package deal? For like the free at sea? Is that what you're talking about? For Norwegian? For dining? I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Right? I know.
John, how big are these messages on your phone? Are they like this big?
No, I can see them. They're across the screen. Yes, Cheryl, I did. So I'll give you the breakdown. So I did in my videos, which should be coming out in the next couple of days, of like my budget and everything. But so I have an inside cabin, so I get one specialty dining with that. I did free at sea plus because I need internet, so that gives me unlimited streaming internet. It also gives me 2 additional specialty dining credits. So that gives me 3. Then I get my little latitudes bonus. So I get 2 additional specialty dinings with this. So I used one already. You get 1 dinner for 2 with a bottle of wine. You get another dinner for 2, and then I get a free bag of laundry, which I have not used yet. So I did that, and then so that gives me 5 specialty dining for the week. And then I did Q Texas Smokehouse tonight. I did a la carte. I just did the Pitmaster platter, which is $32, and it's basically like a sampler. You get like a 1/4 pound of brisket, 1/4 pound of chicken, 1/4 pound of pork, and a 1/4 pound of something else, spare ribs. And then you get baked beans, coleslaw, pickles, cornbread. Yeah, it's great for $32. It's a great deal. And then I did Food Republic a la carte, and I just did 3 things. I did rock shrimp roll. I did pot stickers, and I did the green tea pot, which was really good. It was really good. Craig Custard said, "Hi, John. We are going on NCL Joy in November. I have a shrimp allergy. How do I ensure that I do not get any food that may be cooked in the same fryer?" Very simple. So I would say all of the cruise lines are really good with allergies. So AJ has a beef and egg allergy. So every time we get on, whenever we go to a restaurant, I always notate it in the reservation. I don't know if that works or not, but I always put it in there. And then whenever we go to a restaurant, literally when the person comes to your table, the first thing they will say to you is, "Hello, does anybody at the table have any allergies?" So when you tell them, "Yes, I'm allergic to shellfish or shrimp or whatever it is," they immediately will do something special, make sure that there's no cross-contamination. When we go to teppanyaki, since they cook all the food on the grill, they will do one of 2 things. If we are the first guests of the evening, they will make AJ's food first before there's any cross-contamination. Or if we're not the first guests at that grill, they will cook AJ's food at a separate station in the back and bring it out separate. They're really good at allergies. There are a lot of people, between celiac now and a lot of other things. So the cross-contamination is a big deal, and the cruise lines are really good at it.
My sister has celiac, and if you're in the main dining room at all, you want to talk to the maitre d' on like the first night, and they'll actually bring you the menus for the main dining room the night before, so you can pick out your meal and make sure there's something there you can eat, and they'll prepare it gluten-free.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Alex said, "You're not in the MDR." Disappointing. Yeah. Nope. Not even walking in there. So I'm just kidding. I ate breakfast in the main dining room. I do eat lunch in the main dining room a lot. And like if AJ, Meg, and I go on a cruise, we'll eat in the Manhattan room at least one night, which I was going to do. The only reason I'm not eating in there is because I do the videos on specialty dining, and there are 7 specialty dining. So it just works out that that's the exact number of specialty dining there are. Sometimes I'll do lunch at like the Food Republic or something and then try it. So I still may do that. I might try one of those, but I've eaten in those main dining rooms so many times that it's fine. I know all the food by heart in there. I'm not missing anything. So I would prefer to do specialty dining. I always think it's a nicer experience on your cruise. It just makes things a little more special. When you go to specialty dining, you're sitting down in a restaurant. It feels nicer and fancier. It's quieter. I like it better. Hope said, "John, can you post any of the specialty dining?" Yeah, of course. I will post them all. I did pictures and videos of all the specialty dining, so I will certainly post those. I'll post them with the videos. I'll post little links to them as well. I'm going to do videos. Since they're all new, I'm going to do a video for each of them, and it gives me extra content as well to get done. It's hard getting done, all these videos. It really is. Eric said, "Going to Bermuda on the second branch of my back-to-back during Thanksgiving. What is Bermuda like tourist-wise?" It's awesome. So they're only really, it's funny. Bermuda's not overrun with tourists, which is really nice. I think people just forget about it. So if you're here on a cruise, like I'm here today with Celebrity Eclipse, which is only about 2,500 people, so there's about 7,000 people. And when you're here for a few days, it's nice too because it spreads it out. It's not everybody just like rushing out and doing everything in one day and coming back and overwhelming the island. So I think you'll see it's really well. You will see some British people. I think a lot of people forget that Bermuda is a British island. And one of the cool things is if you live in Bermuda, when you are going to college, you can go to college in England for free. So anyone who's in Bermuda can go over to England for university and go there and get their education and come back, which is very cool. And a lot of the British people come down here too to hang out for a little bit. So I saw a few British women, they were running tours today and they said they're down here for like 6 months. So it's really cool. Yeah. Tony will be having Matt on, and it's very, very nice of Tony to do that. We
Just a
really,
whole
really
back and forth.
Yeah. Tony said he's not doing it. Oh, that's hilarious. God bless him. He's awesome. Leslie said, there, catch a can story. I don't know about a catch a can story. Are you asking, is there a catch a can story?
Maybe.
The JJ Cruise. So I watched some of their videos. They're one of the channels that like really sensationalizes every one of their cruises. Like something unbelievable happens on every one of their cruises. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Again, I don't blame anybody. It's hard to put out content. Go ahead, AJ. That's fine. Alex said, is Free at Sea Plus a new thing? I just heard of Free at Sea. Yeah, it's probably about a year old. So Free at Sea Plus, so if you do the Free at Sea, which I think most people do at this point, it gives you the basic drink package, 150 minutes of internet, one, especially dining if you're inside, two, if you're balcony or haven. Free at Sea Plus gives you the premium drink package, which gets you bottled water and Starbucks, unlimited Starbucks, as well as the higher drinks, the higher value drinks up to like $19, $17 or $19. It also gives you unlimited internet, so standard internet. And then you could do Free at Sea Plus with streaming Wi-Fi, which is what I do, even though you couldn't stream anything if you wanted to. But
you can see by John's pixelated.
Yeah, as you can tell by my video. So yeah, that's it. That's what that is. Ryan said, my father-in-law is allergic to seafood. NCL and MSC have been extremely courteous in handling this. Zero problems. That's great. It's great to hear, Ryan. It's awesome. Robin said, hi, we put down a deposit on a cruise for February 2025. Can we transfer that over to you? Have you act as our travel agent? Is there a time restriction? There is a time restriction. It's 30 days. But if you did it after that, don't worry about it. Feel free to email me. I'm happy to help you with anything that you need help with. And you can book next time through me. It's not a big deal at all. I really appreciate you doing that, but you don't have to. My email is jp@bitesizecruises.com. Feel free to email me if you have questions or need help with anything at all. I'm happy to help.
That's for the JJ Cruises.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up, Leslie. I haven't heard anything about it. It's very true. We need to get a Tony Diaz cutout. I think Tony would get noticed, recognized on cruises more than I would. People be like, is that Tony Diaz? It is Tony Diaz. Yes.
I mean, dye your hair blue, John, and you'll get even more recognition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. I did. It was funny. I was in the terminal and I was sitting in like the platinum and sapphire area, and there was a couple next to me, and I heard them like talking, and the woman was like, are you, my husband said your name's John. Are you John? And I was like, yeah. She's like, he watches all your videos. He just wanted to say hi, but he was afraid to say hi to you. I'm like, for what? It's ridiculous. But they were super nice. He wants to start a French channel on cruising, which is really cool because they live in Montreal. So yeah, there's not a lot of French channels out there. before I forget, since Roger is here tonight, tonight's live stream brought to you by the one, the only, Mainly Coffee. We're going to get AJ to scramble here. Oh, look at that. If you go to mainlycoffee.com, you get 10% off of all your orders. Just scan that little QR code there, or you can put in the code bite-sized cruises at checkout and get some awesome Mainly Coffee or tea or a t-shirt or a mug or anything fun from mainlycoffee.com. Or drive up to Maine and go visit Roger and Sarah at the shop and buy some coffee. Eric said, John, I've been on 3 NCL cruises with Free at Sea and had no problem streaming TV shows and movies. Yeah, it depends. It's hit or miss. When I was on Encore, the internet was great. The internet on this, again, I will blame it on all the teenagers that are on board because I'm sure they're all on Snapchat and TikTok and everything the whole time. So they're crushing the internet. So I've barely been able to get my email and texts. So it's just, it's hit or miss with different cruises.
It has been taking a whole 10 minutes to answer me.
Usually, I will say, of all the cruises that I've been on, MSC's internet has been the fastest of all of them. But yeah, NCL usually, when I was on Encore, it was great. When we were on Escape, it was pretty good. But this one has not been great. But again, it just depends on the demographic, how many people. There's only so much bandwidth, so it all depends. Ryan said, what are your upcoming group cruises? So right now we just have the Halloween one coming up October 27th on Symphony of the Seas. If anybody, we're getting close to final payment. If anybody would like to join us on that, that would be lovely. I'm trying to coordinate doing Wonderland on the first night for us. I'm trying to get that squared away so we can all do Wonderland together. So if anybody would still like to join us, there's still time. You're welcome to join us. Other than that, what I'm going to do for next year, since we had like so much drama with this group cruise where so many people signed up and so many people canceled that we wound up, we talked about it before, we lost a lot of money. But next year, I think what we're going to do is we're going to claim some group space for all of the cruises that we're going on. So we're going to grab at least 8 to 10 cabins. So if anybody would like to just join us on a cruise, it might not be an official huge group cruise, but if anybody would like to come with us on a cruise and we will be your guide and your little travel tour guides for a cruise, you're welcome to join us. You could do as much or as little with us as you would like. But we're going to do that as well. And then next year, of course, we'll do the Halloween cruise. And I'm going to try to do maybe in Alaska or something else really fun next year, but we'll announce those pretty soon. Yeah. Murphy said a group of 9 got left at the Lumberjack show and all missed all aboard. Lots of hassles, but NCL's covering it at all costs. Was it NCL's fault, or did people just said, it sounds like they got left at the Lumberjack show? That sucks. Yeah, I mean, look, crazy things happen. I'm a lunatic, right? That's why I don't trust anybody. That's why I go. Even things happen on those, NCL or whoever excursions. Weird things happen. You just have to get back. It sucks. That's a shame. Eric, wise advice. Yes. I cruise all the time, so I can't avoid it, but yes. John said, looks like a better deal to get the Free at Sea Plus and not pay for internet separately. Yeah, for me, it was $249 to go from Free at Sea to Free at Sea Plus. And you get the bottled water. Although this one I'm paying for because I got it out of the fridge in my room. But you get these bottles of water included. You get sparkling water included. You get the premium drink package, unlimited Starbucks if there's a Starbucks on board. So those are nice perks. So yeah, and the internet itself would be almost $200. So yeah, for sure, to get the free, and you get the 2 extra. You get the 2 extra special dining. Live your best life, travel. Don't worry about it. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here. We are live on board. Well, I'm live on board the NCL Joy. AJ's live at home from Delco. Yeah. Ryan said, I like that idea. We're looking into 2025. Yeah, I'll let you know. We will be doing our Halloween cruise again next year, and we would love everybody to join us. It'd be awesome. Ash said, love the idea of smaller group cruises with you guys. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do 8 cabins. So the way groups work is for most of the cruise lines, if we do a group, if we get like a group and we take like 20 cabins, which is generally what we would do to try to get like a lower price. So if you get like 20 cabins, we have to put a deposit down on all those cabins. If we do 8 cabins, we could do 8 cabins undeposited, which means we can hold those cabins for like 6 months without a deposit. So then we can fill them if the need comes up and still get that good price, get the lower price for booking further out, and get the $100 onboard credit or $50 onboard credit based on what kind of room you book. So I think we're going to try that approach next year, and so we don't lose like 10 grand. But we are going to do 8 cabins for each of those, and then that way, if a small group wants to come with us, we could do some really fun excursions and do some cool things, and still gives us some flexibility. And I'm going on the cruises anyway, and AJ will be on some, and we'll coordinate that. It's nice to have little groups sometimes. Like AJ is going on September; she's going on Enchanted Princess, and Peter and Melinda Heron are going, and they're going to do specialty dining and fun things together. So it's just nice for us to get the ability to meet some people and to kind of use our experience to kind of help everybody have a good time too. So I would love to do smaller group cruises, and I'll be on in December with Tara. Tara is going on Odyssey in December, so I'll be on them. That'll be our small little group cruise. If anybody would like to join us on December on Odyssey, December 1st, out of Bayonne, New Jersey. Murphy said, tour operator fault, booked through NCL. Yeah, it happens. Yep, it's terrible.
A follow-up.
It was an NCL booked excursion. The excursion company left. That's awesome. What a jerk. It's awful. That sucks. I'd be so pissed. Yeah, I mean, that's why people are like, I only book the ship excursions. I'm like, I book Viator. They're smaller groups. Those type of things tend to happen less in a smaller group. The cruise line ones are 40 or 50 people. Viator's 10 to 12 usually. So I really enjoy the Viator experience better. It's much smaller excursion. You don't have to worry about. I was talking to a couple today in St. George, and they were on a excursion on their last cruise, and they said there was like 50 people, and there was a whole family of people that were an hour late from the first stop. It was like a 5-stop tour, and there was a family that was an hour late, and they missed the rest of their whole tour and had to go back. So, sucks. Things like that happen.
Thanks, Felicia.
Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, we're missing Paolo tonight. Paolo's on his cruise.
Yeah. That's the name I'm missing.
Yeah, he sailed by me on the.
There's like 5 I auto type into the wheel every week.
You just know they're going to be here?
Yeah.
That's funny. Speaking of, all right, Alex, go ahead. You can do it. Alex said, how much was the unlimited specialty? So there is no unlimited specialty dining for NCL. There is only, so free at sea, you get that. So I got 1 with that. And then I added 2 with free at sea plus, which was $249 total, which gave me my internet, high speed, my streaming internet, 2 additional specialty dinings. And then you get another $50 excursion credit, which I didn't use, and then your premium drink package and stuff. So that's how much that was. So that gave me 3. I get 2 with my room, and then I did 2 a la carte. So there you go. All right, so let's give away some coffee.
I gotta do it all.
Well, yeah, AJ's got all the controls tonight.
This is the any hiccups you can blame on me, guys.
Nah, it's all good.
Right. So we're doing coffee first?
Yeah, coffee first. Rick wins some coffee. Congratulations, Rick.
And what's our book?
Can you go full screen again for a minute?
Yeah, maybe.
Just remove that from the stage. There you go.
There we go.
So our book this week is called Horror Store. I was telling AJ and Meg about this today. So this is a book by Grady Hendrix. It's a like horror book. It's actually like a zombie book, but so the basics of this is it's basically an IKEA, a haunted IKEA, and the book itself is like an IKEA catalog. So there is like a whole thing of the showroom in here. There's order forms in here to order furniture, which is really funny. And then each of the beginnings of the chapters are like a different piece of the furniture. It's really cool. So this is a cool book. This is what we're giving away tonight. It is called Horror Store. So there you go. Let's do that. Tara! Congrats, Tara. We were just talking about Tara. So there you go. So I think we're going to make an hour. It's awesome. We made it through an hour. We got here. We did a good job. Thank you. Thank you, AJ, for all of your help this evening. So thanks, everyone, for coming tonight. Really appreciate it. I don't think we're going to be able to do a live on Sunday because I'm getting off the ship in the morning. So maybe I'll record something. Maybe I'll do something in the afternoon. Maybe I'll go live in the afternoon. We'll see how the day goes. If not, I'll record cruise news and we'll put that out. But we will be back here next week. Actually, might not be back here next week. Next week is my mom's birthday. So I may get murdered if I do a live stream. We'll see. I'll do something. We'll definitely do a live. I have to mess with the time a little bit next week. My parents are old, so chances are we're going out to dinner at like 5. It's fine. So we'll check the time. Maybe we'll do 8 o'clock next week. Maybe we'll do a little bit later or something, but I'll figure that out. I'll let everybody know prior to, for sure. And then next week, the first vlog is already done. I've already edited it and it's done. So the vlogs will be coming out on time. And then we'll do all the fun videos. I'll have more first-time cruiser videos. And yeah, if anybody wants to book the NCL at a Philly, just shoot me an email and I can hold some space for you. We can get those done. I am going to be on the inaugural. I may or may not have called my rep and complained that I didn't get a heads up. I may have asked for them to put me on the inaugural. I'm paying for it, but I may have asked that I'm on the inaugural. So I will be on the April 16th sailing out of Philadelphia on the Jewel. I think Leslie Trent will be there as well. If you'd like to sail with Leslie, and I'm sure AJ will be on that one as well. We're going out of Philly. Might as well, right? I mean,
God, you know better than I do. I just show up at the ports when you tell me.
True. So our next cruises after this will be AJ is going on the Enchanted Princess September 14 with Peter
So
and Melinda,
excited!
as we see right
Although,
there.
Peter, temper your expectations. I'm great, but I wouldn't say amazing.
AJ's delightful. Don't worry about it. And then I will be going on we had scheduling difficulties. So I will be on the Symphony of the Seas on September 8th. If anybody would like to join me on that, you're more than welcome to. I am going on that cruise so that I can get all the filming done ahead of time so that when we go on the Halloween group cruise, all of those videos can just be fun videos of us having a good time and not me having to film the ship and everything else. So that's what we're doing there. So September 8th, I'll be on that cruise. AJ will be on the Enchanted Princess. If you'd like to cruise with either of us, come and join us for those cruises, let me know. And thanks, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. I'm going to get back out here and see what's going on, see what these damn teenagers are doing tonight on board the ship. I think it's 90s night. Damn kids. So I'm going to do that. If I could walk upstairs and get through the steps without stepping on children. So everybody have a wonderful week. I'll see everybody next week. Thank you all so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.